I still remember that day that changed my life. I was just a teenager, I was in school, and I was sitting there listening to our teacher explaining us on the potential impact of climate change on Scandinavia and the UK. He explained to us that the rise in temperature caused by our CO2 emissions had the potential to disrupt the North Atlantic circulation pump, which is also known as the cold heart of the ocean. This pump is the driving force behind the Gulf Stream that brings warm waters to the Scandinavian region. And if it slows down or stops, this could lead to Arctic climate spreading all the way down across Scandinavia. At the time, I didn't fully understand the impact that this message had on me, but something in there stuck with me. I had this image of my home in a freezer and I couldn't seem to shake it. For me, it was a bit of a wake-up call that this was the size, the magnitude of the experiment that we were conducting with our safe and beautiful planet. It sparked a combination of curiosity and an understanding of the seriousness of the issue, and I knew back then that this was something I had to look more into. I then went on to study environmental planning at the university, and upon graduation I was offered a job at the city of Copenhagen. Back then, I really believed that governments would be the driving force behind the changes we needed to see. But then came COP15 in Copenhagen in 2009. Everything was set for what was called Copenhagen back then. This would be the place where the global leaders, all the political leaders, would show up and finally agree and make a landmark decision that would alter the course of the world. But as I sat there with a front row seat to it all, it became clear to me that governments were not going to be able to fix the problem. Copenhagen is today widely recognized as the worst COP in history, and it was a painful experience to watch it unfold. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion. Everything I've been made to believe about the governments and their role and the power to actually fix the problem, it just fell apart right in front of me. I even felt embarrassed by being a Dane and thereby host nation. But through the disappointment, a new clarity came to me. I could see that it would be companies that hold the key to the changes that we wanted to make. And I knew right there that I wanted to be part of this journey. And that is why I have created Business with Impact. It's to help you business leaders figure out how do we actually make the changes that we want in a profitable way so we can use our business to make the world a better place. That is why I created Business with Impact. I want to help business leaders on their journey to becoming a force for good by making them believe it's doable and see how it can be done in a profitable way for their business. In short, I want to be part of getting business on the right side of history. For sure, governments have an important role to play, but it will be businesses that drives the change and make the necessary improvements that we want to see. So that's my story and my reason for what I do. Why do you do what you do today?